knock this out pretty quickly. It's kind of weird. I feel like we've spent a lot more time with this game than I was intending, but that's okay. I think the long cutscenes, not skipping cutscenes, definitely makes it a longer experience. But let's do it. SA1. Hopefully the game can see itself.
Select a file.
Sometimes OBS does not like Sonic Adventure for whatever reason. Alright, let's do it. So, let's hear the intro. You want to hear the intro, Rock? Hang on, can we get back to the intro? We'll see if we can, Medic. But welcome on in. Because the problem is, this autoplay doesn't always grab the intro. Sometimes it'll grab, like, cutscenes. Like we were talking about just before, so we'll see. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. I would like to just be able to access that cutscene, but don't worry. It will play when we get up to the final chapter.
Select your character.
Alright, so we're up to Knuckles. So we can either do Knuckles or Big. And Knuckles, I think, is the boy.
Okay.
I think we'll do Knuckles, then we'll do Big. Big's the finisher. Knuckles is the lore character, so this is the one that's important. So if you don't know what's happening, this one will explain what's happening. Eggman finds Angel Island, which, strangely enough, becomes very small in game. But,
As far back as I can remember, I've been living here on this dark island. Always guarding the Master Emerald.
Big man.
Anything that could harm it. I don't know why I was given this job, why it was my fate. Destined to be here forever.
So sad, Knuckles. I like he just accepts it. Last of his species, here forever. I'm accepting this.
What the?
Oh, weird. Wow, look how much it destroyed of the Master Emerald is. So, hang on, hold up. I just realized, I thought it was Eggman who freed Chaos.
Something's happened to the Master Emerald.
But it was just Chaos. Chaos just freed itself.
Did you do this? Oh, I'll get you for this.
Chaos, very good at killing echidnas, by the way. The creature that very likely destroyed his entire civilization.
Wait.
Or dumb Knuckles.
What's happening to you? Come back here.
Wow, Knuckles has some bad dialogue.
Incredible. I've never seen anything like it. Oh no, it's starting to happen. Without the Master Emerald's power, this whole island will fall into the ocean.
Oh no, Angel Island, no! Takala's been freed! Yes, we'll see in the cutscene. We'll see how big this is. It's literally an island with a mountain on it. Oh, now we're here. Okay.
It's up to me to find the missing pieces of the Master Emerald.
Hard cut. Knuckles in the city. It's a dank and depressing day.
I better start looking anywhere I can.
Alright, Knuckles. It's our boy. He never chuckles. No, we already got that. That's the Tails upgrade. So, the game doesn't really give me much guidance for Knuckles. We're just here. I don't actually know which is Knuckles' first stage. Does anyone remember which is Knuckles' first stage? There's no cutscenes as far as I know. Oh, I think I know. I think it's the city here. Is this it? No? Gosh, what is the first stage? Is it the beach? I don't think he goes to the beach. I legitimately don't remember where Knuckles goes. It's not the beach. It's the casino? Does Knuckles do the casino? No, not casino. It's train station square. I've never actually played this. Really, Red Ribbon? It's okay, I would say it's only for people who are fans of Sonic heavily that might want to sort of play this one, or if they really liked Adventure 2. That would probably be my suggestion. Him crying never gets old. Wait, what am I supposed to do? Hang on, hold up. What? Okay, there's no key card. I thought, or maybe it's the key card. Maybe it's the sewers? Nope, it's not moving the car. Wow, I've got to find the pieces of the Master Emerald by starting finding the level. I don't think it's Twinkle Star. Twinkle Star's not active either. The ship's not there. I don't think it's the first... oh my gosh. We can't go to Casino. This can't be broken as far as I can tell. The computers in this game are not very helpful as well. Like if I talk to this, it's only open at night time. So that does not help us. We can't go into the train. To Carl? I think to Carl.
You should be able to get into City Hall.
Into City Hall? Oh! I remember. Knuckles actually starts with a boss fight, similar to Sonic. That's why that thing was broken. This is a level. Is the only time this is a level. Speed Highway. This is a weird way to get into Speed Highway. Alright. So, if you watched me play Sonic Adventure 2, it's pretty much the same. We're collecting emerald pieces. But a big difference is that people keep pointing out is that SA1 versus SA2, Knuckles can actually sense all the pieces at all times. So you're not like messing about for too long. Blue? Blue bad. Blue, green, blue, blue, green. There we go. And the levels are quite small. So we can make some short work of this, I think. No? No? Huh. Get a life. Get a life, chat. But yeah, I don't mind. I feel like this level is a lot more designed for Knuckles than you would expect, and that's why the later characters that end up, or the earlier characters that ended up here, it's a weird sort of foray. All right, chat, do you see it? It's like we could play pantomime with the Chaos Master Emeralds around here somewhere. Where is it? There we go. I found them. Playing Mystery Dungeons on the Switch. I still have not played that. We'll have to play that one day. I've heard good things. They don't. It's not very much my type of game, but who knows? All right. So nighttime. So I'm assuming the casino now. Nighttime usually is casino. I think that's one of the hardest parts about this game is figuring out what you need to do.
No trains are currently in service.
Okay, can I grab onto this wall? Can I just walk in? Maybe I could just walk in. No? Casinopolis is open. However, I need to... here we go. Ciao in space, which actually, ironically, is a poster in SA2 as well. Reuse of assets between the two games. Wow, these, look how easy the emeralds are to find in this game. Just literally visible from when we started. So this is something that Sonic didn't get to do, which is you actually get to explore the entire map. It's actually a full-on map, which makes it a lot more interesting. Only issue is that this one actually does have 3 levels of height. So we've got to try and figure out where specifically the emerald is. And you know me, no computers for this boy. Jump on this maybe. No, apparently not this high up. So it's down, I'm guessing. Alright, chat. Use your eagle eyes. Where are we looking? Just behind this. Blue. Green. Yellow. Red. Inside Sonic's shoe? What? What? I have no idea where this is. Wait, maybe we can punch. Oh my gosh! I did not know you could destroy the Sonic statue. That's crazy. Hang on. I literally don't think I've ever done that before. That's why I kind of like the Knuckles stages, because there is a bit of, like, difference between every single time you play. Blue. Blue. Sonic... I mean, Knuckles doesn't chuckle, so he will fuck up Sonic statue. No cares. Shower? Not in shower. No showers. No showers for Knuckles. He needs to get his stank on. I can't get over this, so... It's got... Oh, that's not up at all. That's too far. Alright. So I don't think it's up here at all. I think it's on the lower levels. Around here? Blue. I do like harder colder as a game type. I'm surprised more games don't use it, but again, maybe some people just don't like hide and seek. Oh, there, I know where it is. It's in that boy. Yeah. I found them.
Good enough.
Good enough. It's funny because there's just no rankings in this, so they just have like weird statements. Whoa, Tikal already. Ever have like a out-of-body experience in a casino? Might have been something you drank.
Where in the world am I?
Look, it's his home world. He's never been here. He gets to see his
I don't remember
family.
being here before.
This must be. This would be such a big moment for Knuckles.
Is familiar. This is very strange.
So I wonder who raised Angel Island, by the way. Did Carl do it? I think there's an upgrade we want here. Maybe? Maybe only the Tails upgrades here. Just want to make sure I don't miss any upgrades, because this is a location you can miss upgrades for. Look-see. See anything? Nothing? Nothing? Doesn't look like it. It might be just the Tails upgrade, maybe. Papa? Wow, look how, like, brown he is in this version.
Tikal, the 7 emeralds are essential to our survival. It is for the good of all our people.
How can I make you understand? Attacking other countries, stealing and killing can't be the right path to peace. No one has the right to take their holy grounds. I beg you, Father.
So this is so strange. This insinuates that the Chao are an entire nation of people. Or the Echidnas are actually quite evil.
Huh? Now
They were
where am I?
conquerors.
Back in Station Square, I see. What's going on here anyway?
There's glitchy cream. We know we're back in the game when we see that.
No trains are currently in service.
All right, no trains. I think we fight. I'm maybe. Oh, okay. Yep. Here it is. This is what I was remembering.
Hey, it's Dr. Eggman. What's he got there? It's gotta be a part of the Master Emerald.
Of course, it's what it's got to be. I think the echidnas were a race of war-hungry tyrants. I would believe that because chaos really shuts them down.
Eggman, give me back the Master Emerald.
Knuckles. Oh, this isn't what you're after.
That walking cycle? Yeah, this game animates amazingly, Tubbers.
That's okay, though.
So jank.
I can use you as a guinea pig to test it. Chaos! Chaos!
Is this Chaos 1 or Chaos 2? It's he's already Chaos 1, so he'll become Chaos 2. That's right.
The same one I saw on my island.
Who effectively gets weaker, it almost seems like.
Shattered. I'm sure of it. He saved me the trouble of looking for him. Now I'll get him good.
Here he is. He's got 2 arms now. Big boy. He's like Knuckles thick.
Changing shape won't scare me.
Him being got orphaned before his culture made him a total jerk. It's really weird. The timeline doesn't quite make sense again. With Knuckles is either extremely old or there was like a very like small amount of like echidnas. Like echidnas kept dying out for some reason. So this is the only time you fight in this room. Okay. Can I do this? Yeah, there we go. Okay, we have to glide into him. Boom. 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 Big threatening orb of water. We're basically playing D&D at this point. Just bop him on the head. Oh. Oh. Some amazing power the Chaos Emeralds give him. Sonic gets Chaos Control. Chaos gets... he can turn into a ball. I'll be over here, waiting for you to stop. It's no Castlevania boss, I'll tell you that. Man, Eggman shouldn't put all his confidence in, like... He puts a lot of confidence in Chaos for a creature that gets beaten every single time he sends it into combat.
Yeah, that still doesn't faze me. You hear?
I know something that might. It's about Sonic.
What?
Yeah, Sonic's
He's after the pieces of the Master Emerald.
he's a bad guy. And you should believe me,
What do you mean?
because I'm a bad guy.
You're not
And who
the
isn't
only one
a
on
bad
our
guy?
loose chase, idiot. Why should I ruin your surprise?
God, look at Knuckles walking. That clipping is amazing.
I wonder what he meant by that. I'd better
They've
find
literally got the
Sonic.
legs attached inside of the body. It's not attached to like his body itself. He's just an egg with legs on the inside.
I wonder why Sonic is after the Master Emerald. I'd better work fast and get to the bottom of this.
Bottom. I don't actually remember which is the next stage. So this is where we fight, but Sonic's not here yet. Surely we don't do the windy area. We'll see if... I know. Let's see if this is here. Usually if this key is here, it is not here. Which suggests to me no key. We can go get an upgrade here. But I might not be able to do it yet. Oh no, here we go.
You've got the shovel claw.
The shovel claw! Now we can dig.
Dirt and stone. Press the jump and action buttons simultaneously.
This little face. He's so astounded by this. Wait, how do I... Hang on, how do I dig? What did it say? It's different in this game. Oh. Alright, so we got the button. We got the button to destroy monkey. Alright. So we'll need this button. Alright. We have a button for monkey, which doesn't seem that important. Actually kind of important. I'll show you why. You have to take this quite a while. Again, Knuckles probably is meant to be the last, just because there's a lot of like things where it's like, if you did other characters first, it wouldn't quite make sense. So, if you remember, 3 characters now will have destroyed this monkey. The Guardian Monkey. Monkey. Bye, monkey. Now we get the best song. Also, so I was talking about Angel Island being like really small. This is Angel Island. This is the thing we saw in the cutscene. It gets shrunk into this thing that's this tiny bridge. Like, it's not like this entire island structure where like the mountain and everything is Angel Island. I'm fairly sure just that section is supposed to be. Or at least that's how I've always perceived it as a child, so. Alright, I like this. This level's really good, just in terms of music. The level itself, give or take. 1. Can't sense anything. This basically is Pumpkin Hill. Green. Green was this way. Hmm? What? Alright. Green. This is a confusing one. Where is this? It's not that. It's nearby. Seems to be over this way. Climby climb? Become monkey? Slowing down as I go up, so it must be down. So it's down here somewhere. Is it this thing? Nope. Nope. What are we looking for? Wait, is it moving? Hang on, hold up.
This way.
This way? Oh, wow. I completely missed that. Alright. Now, this is the hard part. The final emerald that, while I'm really low. Hey, Superwoman. How you doing? Welcome to Treasure Hunting 101.
This way.
We're this way, okay. You're sending me this way. I feel like I've gotten so used to not using the computers from SA2 that it's like I'm avoiding Tikal, and I probably don't need to. There we go. That was very easy. These Knuckles versions are very easy compared to SA2's. And that's probably maybe why they did it. They were like, we need to make these longer. How do we do it? We'll remove the triple radar. But the triple radar isn't the problem. It's literally just where they hide them. Okay, well I guess we're going back to go punch Sonic in the face now. Because we're most of the way through the story for Knuckles now. Like I said, Knuckles very not that long.
The train headed for Station Square
Is
will be
now departing soon. Alright, there he is. Let's punch this boy in the face.
There's Sonic. Eggman was right.
Hey, it's me, I'm Knuckles. I never chuck a
Stabbed his
fuckle.
hand.
I'm gonna
It
punch
looks
you in
like
your
a piece of the
cluckles.
Master Emerald. He has no right to have that.
An easy day using my PPTO. PPTO? So I have a day off tomorrow.
Hey,
Hell yeah.
Knuckles. Whoa! What do you
I
think
feel
you're
like
doing?
that's when you can line up your days off
Put 'em up.
in a way that you get
Over the emerald now.
protected paid time off. Huh.
That's not gonna happen, buddy.
I wonder whether or not that's similar to like what we have over here in terms of like your sort of rostered time.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Oh no!
Alright. Literally, I think I can just spam this out, yeah.
Oh jeez!
There's no defense in this game. None of the mobs, none of the bosses defend themselves. Apart from actually Chaos. Chaos does. Get him, Eggman. Why can't I play as Eggman just collecting the emeralds after everyone stuffs up? That'd be the easiest chapter. You literally just turn up and just wait.
That's a chaos.
Not hurt how many days I call off. Yeah, that sounds good.
And you serve me too well for your own good.
Lining up your days off is very good. I like having that. I think that weird thing where it's like having a day off here and there, sure. But if you have like that good segment off, you can fully like reset.
You weren't.
Smooth move, knucklehead.
Yeah, Knuckles talks back to Sonic in this version.
I've got 4 emeralds now. Here, Chaos.
Alright, remember how everyone keeps bringing up this fight sucks and we have to refight this one? Eggman was evil, who'd have thought? Apparently not Knuckles, he doesn't learn his lesson. But I think it's meant to be just that Knuckles just doesn't trust anyone, weirdly enough. But I think they got over that trope after this game.
No problem. I'll make him eat dirt.
That's why I think SA2's is a bit better. He's a kind-hearted treasure hunter. I think Sonic Adventure... not Sonic Adventure. Sonic the movie, the original cartoon. Very good version of Knuckles. He's just got a cowboy hat and he likes to find treasure and digs holes. Which, that might be... Is that the first instance of Knuckles digging holes? Actually? I'm not even sure. Someone let me know. Is that the first version of Knuckles that digs holes? Because I don't think he did it in Chaotix either. God, the gliding into Chaos where he like doesn't come out of the water very high. Ah. Oh, now we're doing the orb attack. I hate when he does this. It's just a big time waste. Stand attacks just take way longer. Shark boy. Got it. I want to see Knuckles photoshopped into movie holes. What's that movie? There's a movie that's literally just called Holes, isn't there? Oh no. I have to get low enough to be able to hit that boy. Alright, this one's not actually going too bad. Chaos isn't wasting a huge amount of time. But who knows, this final form of him might. Oh no. I'm stuck. Lily pads, I tell ya. I tells ya. Oh, come on, bro.
Is that all you got?
Why does he even come out of the water and just get bopped? Like, I'm tired now. Here we go. The egg carrier. I actually really like the egg carrier's design. I think it's a cool ship. I think there's some really good stuff about the egg carrier. The fact that it transforms, the fact that it looks cool. It has very much a JRPG sort of look to it.
My creation, the egg carrier. Beware, chaos is true.
It feels intimidating as well because it's so large. It's conveyed to be so large. And we still mess it up. Well, Chaos technically does. It does crash in the water, but it's... You'll see.
Hurry, Sonic! What are we waiting for? My workshop's closed, so let's get the tornado and go after him.
Good idea.
Hey, Sonic. You go on ahead without me. I have some things I need to take care of.
No
What?
problem,
It's so
Knuckles.
strange that they changed the
We'll take
dialogue.
care
Like,
of
I have
everything
unfinished
here.
business, is what he said in Sonic's and Tails one.
Let's
But
move.
he says, I have a few things to take care of. Why have different dialogue? I just cannot... If someone knows the answer to that... Alright, I'm 99% sure I can't use this. So... Where is Knuckles' unfinished business? The jungle? We might be going to the jungle now. Alright, Sonic and Tails just standing there, awkwardly. Jungle time? Might be jungle time. Is the cart here? The cart is here. Okay, let's find Tikal, because if Tikal tells me where to go and I don't waste time running around.
The trolley car seems to be working.
Yep, okay, so we're going to the jungle. It leads to the jungle. Oh,
Tombstone statue.
do not forget this. I've left this behind so many times by just jumping off. Alright, we need these keys. These were the things we were looking for in Tails' one, that I didn't actually need them. Your cat has your arm trapped? Oh. I wish Eevee would do that. Eevee is very much not a lap cat. She wants to do what she wants to do. Am I going around in circles? I'm kind of lost. We need to go downwards. There we go. Alright. So if you remember, I talked about how there's multiple little keys that I needed to use to open up a level. That's this here. This is the gold one. And we need the silver one, which I believe is over this side. It's not too far away from memory. Yeah. There we go. Ah! Come here. Come here. My dad's cat had me laughing so the last few days. So for bullying me, hang on, for bullying you for being hardcore? Wait, hold up. He's being bullied hardcore? Oh, the cat's being bullied hardcore. I thought you were saying you were being bullied. Poor cat. Alright. I don't actually know what that unlocks. Maybe it was something on the other side unlocked? Question mark? What unlocked here? Oh, here. Lost World. Alright, this is a pain in the bum stage from memory. So you'll notice that I can do these paths, but they don't do anything like they do in the Sonic one. So this way, up. Let's go up. Alright, chat, I'll need your eyes again. There it is. Only problem is that fire boy's there. Oh, that's annoying. We might have to get some rings and come back for that. Ring, that's all I need. Dude, this guy is in an annoying spot. Alright. One down. Up, up, up it is. Seems like even further up. There it is. Ow, oh no, alright, we gotta find out the ring. Need another ring. Whoa, that could have been bad. That could have been real bad. Let's glide around. I can't sense anything. The Great Emerald's power allows me to feel nothing. I feel nothing. I'm empty inside. So cold and lonely. No family. The Master Emerald does not help. May have messed with the bird's nest, so he's now being dived on by a bird. Oh my god. Oh, hey. Wow, you don't really see this one very often. Oh, wait, it isn't that one. Alright, so this is another path you can go. Alright, we need to climb back up. I need to go back up there. So it was up there, it's just not down the hole. Poor birds. It's just one of those things where, like, birds in certain areas just cannot catch a break if there's cats in the area. So it's here? It's in this room. Please don't tell me it's that halfway up, because I can't grab on. Alright. Alright, take two. Take three? Call it karma because he started this. Yeah, I feel like that's it. It sounds pretty karma-ish to me. Oh gosh, the camera. Please, just free me. Up. Oop. Upe. Upe? Uple. Okay, so it seems to be around here. Seems to be the appropriate location. It starts flashing here. Oh, it's in the sand. Of course. That one probably would have taken me a while as a kid, because I forget sometimes you can dig in this game.
Good enough.
And it doesn't have the exclamation mark like it does in 2, which I think is actually a big upgrade. Another flashback.
Where am I? This is very strange.
Sure is, Knuckles. Alright. Nothing around behind here. Nope, let's go. And if you ever noticed, if you remember in SA 2, there's a chant that Knuckles does. He learns it from Tikal.
My father is coming here soon, and I fear what may happen. You must take everyone away from here. Oh, please.
Oh, please. What's your job? Do you use your voice? Job on the down low voice. I try not to talk about it, but do I use my voice? I do not. No.
So, are you saying you can't leave this place? I understand. Let me talk to my father again.
I've never thought my voice is particularly amazing, so I've not put it to any use. And one day I should probably record some stuff for YouTube. Actually make some scripted
Don't
stuff.
worry, my friends.
But
I won't let you down.
no, it's really funny because I've got a couple of friends of mine that are very like they're good with their voice, and I'm like, dude, you should do something with that. You guys want an Australian deep troll? Go check out Unknown Samurai. My boy, he's got one of those voices that's just like very unique, very strong.
What? I'm back in front of the altar.
I love that Knuckles is the one that's the most like, this is beginning to blow my mind. He's the only one that's like really freaked out by everything that's happening.
Master Emerald. I have to restore them to where they belong.
Hope you're doing well, Moist. Welcome on in. So this is the thing that the timing's weird in this game. This is supposedly when the Master Emerald gets fixed. However, Sonic can actually come over here early, and so can a couple of the other characters. And the Emerald is mostly already fixed at this stage, which the timing doesn't quite line up. That's why we were talking about earlier, if there was a mod that can put all of the episodes in order from how it'd go, it would be a bit fuzzy. But I still would love to see someone to do a mod like that. I might look that up, see if there is something.
Wherever they are.
Wherever they are. It's really funny you bring that up, Moist, because I'm a big fan of voice actors. You've heard me talk about voice acting before.
It's Eggman's fortress. That's where the rest of the pieces must
God
be.
that the Master Emerald can show him where other pieces are. But yeah, when I was younger, I definitely wanted to go into voice acting. I remember, ironically, you guys probably all know Ego Raptor now in Game Grumps. I used to follow him when I was young. I think he was a little bit older than me. And back when
Hey, isn't that one of
Newgrounds was
Batman's
really
robots?
like starting off and getting big and stuff like that. And a lot of voice actors I think people would know these days actually got their start off in Newgrounds. And I remember being like, oh, dude, I'd love to do that. That'd be so fun.
Come, Eggman.
I just never bothered. But I think it takes hard dedication to do voice acting, honestly. To do good voice acting. To give a shit about it. But I also think you need to know how to act as well. I most certainly do not. Alright, so we're going to the ship, which this again is a funny thing with this game because it doesn't quite tell you how to get to the ship.
No trains are currently.
So it tells you there's no trains. However, the ship has crashed, but the game has not told me. Oh no, it hasn't crashed yet. Okay. There's no trains currently departing. Are we going back to the jungle?
A huge building has appeared deep in the jungle.
Oh, okay, so it is, we are just going back here. Weird, I don't remember Knuckles going to this stage. Dude, this is one of those things where it's kind of weird certain stages you do. I do like the lights going off just to let you know. Eggman's like, I'm here. Where's that robot? There's that robot.
Just what I thought.
Just what I
Time
thought.
to make a house call.
Oh, so Knuckles is on the ship when it takes off. That's weird. Again, it's kind of weirdly placed. I would love to have everything in order. Surely there must be a YouTube video that puts all of it in order.
Now we'll see who's so easily tricked. I can sense that the emeralds are here somewhere.
I'll show you. Alright, so... Skydeck?
What's going on?
Okay, the ship has to change for Skydeck to be accessible. It's funny, because that means everyone must be on the ship right now. So this is the one point when everyone is together. I think this is the only other time they're together. Because... Skydeck isn't here. It must be this way. Command center? Well, that doesn't really help me. That's a Sonic thing. Where am I? I mean, it kind of placed me here. Does it want me to go in here? No, this is the pool. Oh, actually, there's an upgrade in the pool for Knuckles, I remember. I believe. Maybe? Oh, no, there's an emblem? Lucky emblem. There's a Knuckles upgrade somewhere. Is it down here?
I sense the Master Emerald.
Must
It
be
can't far
this.
from here.
Can you sense an upgrade, Knuckles? That's what I'm looking for right now. Wait, is this the back end to Skydeck? Oh. Alright, welcome to an annoying stage. We can't actually play with the physics on this version of the stage. See, it's not moving because the ship's not... Well, it should be moving actually, but... we can play with the physics, but not... amazingly well. Ugh. It's near here. Here's. Oh, I like that. Emerald was inside the metal holder. Ah! Yeah! Bop. Whoa. Whoa. Where to? Wow, I straight up can't sense it. Alright, one's near here. Two's near here. Robot? There's one. And the other one is near here also. This way. Down? I might need to open these doors. Alright, we might be at a point where I need to open this up for us to be able to get it, so we need to play with the physics now. I think this game tries to make sure there's always at least one that needs the physics working on it. So I think it's inside of here. Let's do it. This does have a good song. The thing is, this has a jam and soundtrack. And I'm kind of glad that people recognized it for it. But I just wish the levels lived up to the music, honestly. Alright. Oh, wait, wrong place. Go up here. Alright, so I need to shift this that way. Huh? That's not what I wanted to do. Do I push it that way and then push it that way? Huh? Huh? So I need to tilt it sideways. Oh? We tilt it that way and then tilt it left. It looks like it can be tilted left. But maybe it can't? Maybe there's another lever. Maybe we need to find another lever. I think that's mostly vertical. Ugh. Ugh. We don't want... There we go. Let's do that. There must be another lever somewhere, right? Because we need to open this door here.
This way.
This way. Yeah. What does this computer say? Warning. The ship tilts, the doors will open. Watch out for falling objects. Yeah, I get that. What is this word physics that you use? Obviously is not a real thing. It's very glitchy. It only exists in this game. Physics nowhere else in any other game. Never ever invented. Take no cues from other games. Where is this lever? Is it that lever? Oh, wait, maybe. Hang on. Hold up. Maybe it's in here? Let's go. Camera does not like this. Maybe it is that lever. Maybe we just have to tilt it in any direction. Maybe? Alright, let's give it a shot. Let's do that. Don't think that's going to help us, but... You can see here now, like, the physics for the ship is all kinds of messed up. Movement has just become really weird now. No, that doesn't work. We've got two weird ones today, in terms of emeralds. Whoa! Maybe we need to pull it in the other direction. Grab a hold of this. It does seem like we need to do it just ever so slightly. And then grab it on this side and then... Oh, we can! There we go. Oh, we can grab it. So you have to grab it from the side. You can't Okay, that makes more sense. That's all we needed to do. Which I think I tried initially and then just ignored the ability to do it. Got it. Whew. That was our longest level. And that's still way shorter than the 12 minutes we had on some of the SA2 ones.
Good enough.
Good enough.
The last missing piece. All right. Now, to restore the Master Emerald.
I love Tikal just comes back again. She has the biggest connection with her echidna brethren.
Oh no, not again. What is the meaning of this?
And it looks like the echidnas have done the unthinkable. They've murdered everyone.
Hey, what happened here?
I couldn't stop them. They came, and my father.
What did Carl?
No idea.
Dad
how bad this would
made,
turn out.
just committed heinous atrocities. And chows are literally children. Do chows ever grow up to like be big?
Look!
I guess the adult ones are those angels and devil ones.
Wait! Is this a dream? It's more like a nightmare.
Thank you. Thank you for the great insight, Knuckles. It's more like a nightmare.
I finally found all of the missing emerald pieces, but I still can't figure out that creepy monster. Huh? What's that?
I think this is Sonic versus Chaos over there. Maybe if Chaos eats a Chaos Emerald, they grow up into Chaos. Supposedly, Chaos exists because it's a Chow that got mutated by the Master Emerald. Why is Sonic so dark? I don't know. It got edgy in this era, and I kind of like it. This is more cartoony though. SA2 does a better job of it, but not to the Archie degree. The Archie one got very like over the top.
I will return.
I will return.
I'd better let Sonic handle it from here. He'll do okay. Now, I must return to Angel Island and the Master Emerald. No, it can't be.
So, Sonic just beat up Chaos, by the way. Chaos is just back. But I have to do this different now because you'll notice Eggman's like pissed off now. So this is probably the harder of the normal fights, I think, from memory. This is like the hard version of the other fight. It's very scary when Australians do a good American accent, like when Velociraptors could open up doors in Jurassic Park. Oh, there we go. Glad I got that. I don't think I can do a very good American accent. I feel like people asked me to do it in the past for like doing like Texan accents and stuff. But Knuckles, you need a... There we go. Gosh. The thing is, Australians, for those who don't know, Americans who don't know, we hear a lot of American. Even the British. I know I've heard sort of British family members and stuff talk about it, where it's like just there's a lot of American over there. It's just a heck of a lot of American. So, that's a bad one to do. Okay, come on. So it's very easy us to mimic American because we hear so much of it. Like, it's the weird Hollywoodisms a lot of the time that we get. I want this one. Whoa! Oh, that perfect. Did that to himself. Wow, that was so easy. He did that to himself.
Is that all you got?
I wasn't sure I was going to be able to grab that. There they are. Sticks of the Chaos Emeralds. He got them. He got the Master Emerald shards and the Chaos Emeralds. Turns out Knuckles MVP. Or is he? Where is the final Chaos Emerald? Is it the one Tails has? Or Tails gets gifted? Even though I'm Puerto Rican, I could pick up different accents. I feel like a lot of South Americans could probably do like a good American accent. Because again, I think considering how close, considering how close a lot of places are and how much media probably comes down, I think the chameleon accent is just, it's the fact that if people can like become whatever accent from picking up so many different accents, they're really impressive. That's why it's like when there's certain actors, I know like the guy from House, Hugh Laurie. Hugh Laurie is British, but a lot of Americans thought he was American. And there's like a couple others that it's like British people can do a very strong American accent, but then they can also do some other European accents as well.
And the island have been restored.
That's why Europeans are impressive too as well, actually. Because there's a lot of diversity over there. We did it. We restored the Master Emerald, chat. Knuckles wins. Knuckles literally gets the best ending. See ya, Angel Island. So, for those who don't know, that is Angel Island from Sonic 3. I can have an actual conversation with someone speaking Italian. It's just fancy Spanish. So cheatsy, Seuss.
Guarding the Master Emerald again.
He had like an adventure and he was like, that was fun.
Story behind this. But perhaps it's better that way. I'm at peace once more.
No, you're not. You're really not, Knuckles. I'm sorry to break it to you. But there we go. Like I said, Knuckles is relatively short. We probably will be knocking over a lot of this pretty quickly. So Biggs is even shorter. I love this song. Great guard, eyes closed and all. Wait for it. I'd rather flex my knuckles. I'm Knuckles. I've got a lot of fuckles. Come and help me. I'm gonna chuckles. I'm fairly sure this is the... I'm trying to remember. One of the rappers, it's either SA2's rapper or SA1's rapper. One of them is not a great person. there's a lot of fallout from this. It's kind of similar to the guy who did Parappa the Rapper, ironically. It sounds like. Unless they're the same person. They're not the same person, are they? Can't remember. Dominican Republic brings people together. Hell yeah. That's the thing. I think if it's interesting with Europe in particular, where there is a lot of, because of the fact they're so close together. England's crazy because it has so many like accents within a short region, but they still speak the same language. Europe, on the other hand, there's a lot of accents in a short region, even within countries, but then there's even different languages within countries themselves, but they all share this similar DNA from different regions and stuff like that, so certain ones will share different words. That's why in English we have a lot of like French words and like some even Northern European words that just weirdly we have, and vice versa, where there's ones it's like in Russia has like English words and stuff like that. But English is a weird one because we colonized so much of the world that essentially even in countries like Asia, there's words that are just straight up loan words from us. It's generally what they call them is loan words. I'm not a big rap fan. I've probably talked about this before. I'm really not a big rap fan. There's particular raps that hit me right, I think. And I think ones that it's like it's a song and a rap at the same time. Like it's actually a song rather than focusing on the rap component. And Japan does that a lot. I've talked about it before. Japanese rap is generally not too bad. Actually, I take that back. There is some modern Japanese rap that's very much sort of more westernized. But I like sort of the older, like almost 80s, 90s, early 90s rap. Where it's just I feel like it's a bit more fun. Where there's some singing and then they'll insert some rap on top. You got to surrender it. When did this happen? When did Knuckles look away from an explosion and walk forward? It is funny though, because you will get, with these shorter ones, they'll reuse like shots from the same level. Like that's two from the same level. Because there isn't enough for the credits cutscene that they just like, we'll have to just shove in more stuff. See, that's a good one. They should use more ones like that, where that's actually a good cut. Also, you can see that the building's different. Remember the building we flew towards? It actually looks a little bit different to this. I also enjoy that the laziness of it, like they didn't pose Knuckles for any of these cutscenes. They just slap him in, take a screenshot. I wonder whether or not this game went through, because we know Sonic Adventure 2 went through a bit of development hell and took some time to, like, it didn't get out when it needed to be, and it's a part of the reason why the Dreamcast sort of dying, not having a better game. But this, I wonder with this game, like, how quick did they have to develop this? Like, did this go through any development hell? They had to develop so much unique tech for this. And that's why you can sense the DNA between the first one and the second one, but I don't know. I just do wonder about this particular game. I've never actually looked into the history of the development for this one. There we go. Knuckles, time for big, chat. You all ready to get swole and go fishing? You just finished the game or the Knuckles portion? Just the Knuckles portion. We have to watch those credits every single time. I can't skip them, unfortunately. I'd have to quit the game out. It's a little annoying. All right. So now it's time to do Big the Cat. We literally only have Big and then we can do the final chapter. And the final chapter is literally just a series of cutscenes.
Select your character.
Big the Cat, who's ready to go fishing. Something fell from the sky. I love that you can see his upgrade just underneath. In the cutscene. They give no shits. Why did they do this? Froggy's so curious. So that's Angel Island falling, I believe. And Chaos landed here. Well, Froggy's dead. Froggy? Did they really use a transition into Big's shoe? It's my surfer boyfriend. Not a care in the world.
What?
Maybe one care.
Is that you? You're looking kinda weird, good buddy.
It's so hard to see from this cutscene, but it's so Froggy somehow ate a bit of Chaos and got a tail. So now he's a frog with a tail, and that's the big defining thing for him. Which is weird because frogs can have tails. And because of the Chaos element of him, he decides to eat an emerald.
You swallowed my lucky charm. Come back here. What's wrong with you? Something's not right. We've always been friends for years. Froggy, wait up!
What is it? Hang on, I want to hear what the Japanese version of Big sounds like at some point. Oh, I don't even get to get the upgrade. I have to go to Station Square. Alright, which stage is first? The beach stage, or is it the... It must be the beach stage, right? Pollywog plow. Oh, that's such a good line. I actually do like that. Alright. Let's go. Out of the way. Nope. Okay, I guess we're doing Twinkle Park then. Hey, it's Sonic. Sonic's just there. I don't know when this takes place, to be honest. No Twinkle? Hmm? Do we need to go... Hmm. Do we go over here? Oh, here we go. He's ready to enter the sewer again.
There you are.
This game likes to put you in the sewer a lot.
Wait, don't run away. What you doing under that car? What's wrong?
God, the way he talks. Alright. Big is strong enough to lift a car. Let's go get our upgrade. Oh, this way is it? Hey big guy, hey little guy, can you tell me what's inside? Sorry, but I don't know, we are simply natural. Now, I'm 90% sure this Sonic's upgrade is up there, so Big can't do anything about that. So I think we just stop being a Ninja Turtle and get out of here. Ah, this is to get to Twinkle Park. Alright. So the elevator's not operational, so we're going in when it's closed. Twinkle Park is currently closed, chat.
Welcome to Twinkle Park.
Alright. So, Big is not like the others. Big likes to go fishing. And to do so, we need to find where Froggy is. There he is. Alright, so he's already in the middle, so let's go fishing. Don't know where Froggy is, the only problem. Alright, the loop he must take is a little bit shorter. Alright, I don't really care about other fish, though I do die if I fail the fishing. So I've got to remember how to fish, chat. About here? Death by fish. Here we go. Alright. Just literally just got to reel this boy in. Come on. Come here. Come here. Come here. Got him. Like I said, it's really not that hard. Bigla, how you doing? And in C. Today I learned Sonic has fishing in it. Yeah, it's only this game and only here. And a lot of people don't like it for some reason. I genuinely think it's a little fun.
Welcome to Twinkle Park.
All right, so we got Froggy. Let's get the hell out of here. I think the game's trying to tell me something. There's glitchy Cream. Why is Cream so glitchy? I have no idea. There's Amy. So we need this egg. Egg? Where'd it go? It was placed on grass, wasn't it? Here? That's weird. Hang on. Do we not do the beach level yet? Maybe it's in this other area over here. Gotta find that key. Here? Here. Here? No. Where's the game want me to go? You gonna take a break from whatever you're working on? That's probably a good idea, NC. You gotta take a break every now and then. But it's funny, because people talk about how I think it's meant to be 15 minutes. You should try and take a break mentally from something, even if it's just a minute or so. But then, like, it's weird because I can go for long form concentration on things, but like, I don't know, gaming easily, like me playing this, it's like an hour. But if I were to fight like a boss or something like that, that can be a long time. Hang on, hold up. I don't have that ice key. That was in this area, wasn't it? Because I can't go through here. This is closed. Where is the thing that dropped? Oh, there it is. Oh, it dropped over here. I swore it dropped on grass. Big, please. Oh my god, big. Please. There we go. I feel so disconnected from Sonic. The last thing I remember was doing was chasing around rings on my cousin's game in the 90s. The thing is, I feel like there's a lot of it depends on what you grew up with a lot of the time with this stuff. Like I was saying earlier, like it's hard for people to play this game, I think, if they don't have a nostalgia connection to it. And it's totally fine for people not to have played particular franchises. And it's like when people say they like Mario over Sonic, I completely get that too. I prefer Sonic over Mario in terms of like 2D gameplay, but it's kind of funny because people are always so ready to be like, yes, this is the franchise that I'm going to set my hopes on. This is the one I'm going to hate forever. When it's like, they are what they are. Like they're very time sensitive and industry sensitive. But I would definitely suggest people picking up like Sonic 3 and Knuckles. I think Sonic 3 and Knuckles is still quintessential. I feel like that's kind of like suggesting Zelda A Link to the Past to people. Like that's quintessential Sonic to me. I never played a game as Sonic. The cat scared you as a kid, really? Big scared you? He's a big softie. He's just very derpy. I was working for almost an hour. Yeah, that's the thing. If you're focusing on like something concentrating, if you do like an hour, it can be too long. So if you haven't picked up, Big just keeps losing Froggy, by the way. Froggy, for whatever reason, just has disappeared. I don't know if there's an upgrade in this level. Big's kind of funny because you can get upgrades in these levels that the game doesn't require you to get. So I'm going to try and find where the upgrades are. So it'll make things easier for me. Guess I'm just going to keep moving forward. Got an upgrade, that's good, but I don't know if it really helps me. So I'm fairly sure Froggy's just in the center of the level. But I need to push a rock from memory.
Use the boulders to break the ice.
Oh, that's right. Big picks up boulders. Like that. Whoa. Oh, please no Slippy. Alright. Is Froggy in here is the question. There he is. I see him. Froggy. No. Froggy. Froggy here. Here. Come on. Froggy. Come on. Got him. Like I said, there is an upgrade in this stage, and I'm worried that I may have missed it. But I don't particularly need the upgrades. I will fight you, small frog. There we go. We're a Nintendo household, played a PlayStation. Yeah, see, I was kind of the same. But I played a lot of Sega stuff at friends and things like that. I only played Xbox at friends' houses. Now I'm PC Master Race. What's it? PC can literally do everything. Oh, there's the upgrade. Oh, it wasn't. It's just here. Was it there before and I just missed it?
You've discovered the life belt. It keeps you afloat when you're in
So now I can
water.
fish in the water.
To swim underwater, press the jump button when afloat.
Emulator if I feel nostalgic. That's it. That's pretty much it. You can pretty much play everything. And there's a lot less exclusivity. I feel like the barriers have come down. The console wars have ended in the most part. And the barriers have come down between all the platforms. I think I need to go back to Station Square. Wait, what? I don't remember this cutscene. It's Tails with Froggy. Oh, that's right, because Tails found Froggy by accident at the very end of one of his levels. I think still have a nest system in the basement. It's the oldest thing you own. Yeah, I've got all the Nintendo consoles here. If I ever had like a camera on, you guys would have like a full display. Well, the first system you owned was an Atari. No way, Beebler. I never went that far back. All right, so I think we're going to Station Square now. We go to the beach. Want to go to the beach? Beach. Let's get away.
Go to Station Square. You may find something.
Really? Wow. I'm old as dirt, though. Aren't cool. It means that you've lived through the generations of gaming to know what's good. What's good? A Sonic. Oh, wow, it's crazy how many of the characters appear in Big Story just around. All right, let's go fishing at the beach. Hey, Froggy. See ya, Froggy. How did Big literally? I mean, he's a slippery frog. Slippery as a frog, I guess, is a term. So, no, it's slippery as a snake. Frogs are slippery though, I think. Are they? Probably. I assume all reptiles, particularly ones in that go in water, are slippery. Frog melon? What on earth? What the heck's frog melon, Beebler? Alright, this one can be a bit of a pain in the level. This might be one of the more annoying levels as Big. So we just need to figure out where Froggy is first. Frogs are amphibians? True! That's actually true. Is that Froggy there? There he is. Froggy? Saw him. Chat, I did see him. No, I don't. Alright, well, we're gonna go fishing now. So, the funny thing with Big is, if you didn't want to, if you just wanted to have fun with Big, and you enjoyed his play style, you could just play the fishing component of him, and just actually go fishing. Which I remember doing. And I think there's some emblem stuff related to it as well, maybe. But, dude, what the heck? Big, get the fish. It's literally right next to you.
I got a
there it is.
fish.
Big's also very good at grinding rings because of this. Why is sometimes I do the lure and then...
Something's biting.
Alright, here we go. Wow, that was so easy. It looks like a morph between a chameleon and a frog.
Not too bad.
He's regressed into a tadpole state. But you are right, he is a amphibian.
Froggy?
God, Big's particularly useless. We were talking about people being useless before. Big's a big dum-dum.
Hold on there. Come back, please.
Oh.
Give me my friend back. I'm begging you, please.
Robot just comes and steals your little best friend. Alright. Ship time. Big catch a break. Dude just wants to go fishing. All this dramatic shit's happening around him. That's why it's really funny him in the final cutscenes. All this dramatic stuff's happening and he has no idea. He just wants to go fishing. Like, look, he's ended up on a spaceship.
This place doesn't look familiar to me at all.
Ugh.
Smells like froggies around
Ugh.
somewhere. Think I'll see what's behind
Can
this
catch any
door.
fish, but not a break. Very true, Moist. Alright, there is an upgrade on the boat. I can't remember.
Your friend is in the hot shelter. Hurry up and rescue him.
Oh, hold up. I'll rescue Froggy in a moment. I'm fairly sure there's an upgrade around here. This is the Amy upgrade. An upgrade around... There it is. Which doesn't appear in anyone else's levels. Law power up. So this is actually kind of handy. Because Froggy does get heavier as time goes on. Hot shelter time. This one's a bit of a strange stage. So they try to add a few puzzles here and there to Big. This might be the last stage for Big, actually. By the way, I don't remember there being too many. Look at that big fish. Look at that boy. But I'm fairly sure I remember where Froggy is. I think he's in the same location every single time. I love they give you boots continuously because Big's so slow. No, I want to go up. I don't want to go down. I want to go up. Oh. It's in this room from memory. I have to raise the water. There he is. There's that boy. There's actually a cutscene mid-level.
There's Froggy. Looks like he needs my help.
I don't think there's any other levels with cutscenes midway through, is there? We have to wait for this water to drain. And we have to find our boy.
This must be the emergency drainage switch.
Where is he? There he is. Come here. No, there's a shark. Oh, that's a weird looking shark. There we go. We got him. Let's finish this. Finish him. I notice Froggy's actually fighting back a little bit more too. Come here. You silly little frog. Definitely doesn't fight back as much as a shark. But if you kind of like this style of gameplay, you can take these levels extremely slow. They're good for collecting rings, actually.
Not too bad.
So if you do chow raising, Froggy's not Big's not a bad way to do it.
Yes.
Yes. I got him. Oh no. Mr. Poppins is cutting it out again.
We're together again at last, huh? Huh? That's strange.
Alright. Even Big gets his own flashback.
Where am I?
Not that he really has any idea what's going on. He's got one thing on the brain. Frog. Big kitty, giant kitty, chonky kitty. Very large kitty. Hey, mix up. Alright, let's go meet Tikal for the last time. Wow.
Is it alright for me to be here? So do you trust me? So these are the 7 emeralds.
I feel like Tikal letting Big know this falls on deaf ears because Big doesn't pass this information on to anyone else. He doesn't really get involved. He does bring a Chaos Emerald, I guess, but...
Could it be? The servers are the 7 Chaos Emeralds, unified by one that is the controller.
What a weird... Imagine, this is such a strange chant. Server's controller is meant to be 2 words used for an ancient race. Big is just there. Big's just around. He's just hanging out. Look at his face.
Froggy? I don't like the looks of this place.
That's all right, Froggy. We'll go. We'll catch a train and get out of here. So this should be.
Now, there's no point to my rescuing you. I don't know who would bother to save us both.
I don't know which part we're up to. We're gonna do some theft soon.
Get going, buddy.
You guys, I hope you guys are ready for theft.
Emergency alert has been cancelled. Resuming monorail operations.
All right. So now we can get on the monorail. We actually have Froggy for once.
Use the monorail to get out of the ship.
I do wonder if the monorail specifically exists because of just how big is, so you can do this. How are we gonna move Big from one place to the other on the ship? Okay, we go this way. All right, ready, chat? Oh my god, Big's so big that he cannot get up there. Okay, we're gonna go up here. There we go. All right, so there's Chaos. He's currently in shark form. Doesn't seem too happy about it. I don't know why Big would walk just straight up to Chaos here, too.
So, I see you're trying to escape. I'm right on time. Chaos, grab him. Get that frog. And don't forget the Chaos Emerald.
So he has a spare Chaos Emerald. Froggy has a Chaos Emerald in his tummy. And he also has a bit of Chaos in him, which never gets explained. He just interacts with Chaos at some point and then just becomes his minion, I guess. Blech. Big is the one who destroys Chaos. Unintentionally. Don't think we could ever associate Big with knowing what's up. There he is. Better sure you all remember this boss. You literally, so like I said, you never see Chaos 4. I don't think you see Chaos 3 either. Chaos 5, sorry, not 4. Still cannot process. Is that meant to be bones or metal? Inside of Chaos. Or is it fleshy structures? Oh, you got his tail back.
Unbelievable! Look what happened!
Yeah, it grew a tail.
Chaos has transformed again!
Why is it so unbelievable?
Huh?
Uh-oh. Gotta go!
Froggy?
Actually, he doesn't leave. What does he mean he's leaving? He helps in the Sonic fight.
So, he's your friend, eh? No sweat. I'll get him back. Watch me.
Good boy Sonic here. Help, I'm a Lance main? Oh, ow. You might lose mod privileges saying stuff like that. These cutscenes are funny. They're so goofy. It's very awkward. They tried their hardest. Sonic literally ran behind Chaos, by the way, there, if you didn't see that. Alright, this is a bit of a different fight. So I actually have to fish into Chaos. So this is a pain in the bum. I have to actually land the law into where... Ugh. Oh no, Big, why are you facing that way? So Chaos himself isn't too scary. Ah. Wow. Okay, that was way easier than I remembered. My word. And there we go. That's Big's run. But yes, Al, I can't believe you're playing Lance. The worst of the weapons. I'll be honest, it's a lot better in Rise. I can understand on that component, but... Man. What are your kill times like, Al? I'm actually curious then. I like poking. I had a friend of mine who played Dark Souls like that. He loved playing Partisan.
But I don't know the first thing about it.
Alright, big theft time.
Well, I'll give it a try anyway.
I thought there was more to that fight, to be honest. I thought I had to fish him out, and I thought I had to like hit him into a state that I could fish out, but nope. It took me 26 minutes! Ow, my god. A 10-minute kill monster at 26. Gonna be some long kills for you. My suggestion, stack as much attack as you can. I haven't played in Rise in so long. Yeah, I've taken a big break from it. We'll be returning soonish. But our boys are together again. They're back together. And now we get the best song in the game. I love the idea of Froggy actually laughing. Is there more than 2 upgrades for Big? I can't really remember. Oh god, that dance. Put on a one-man show for Froggy. I just can't pay attention? Nah, that's fine, mix up. My suggestion is playing with friends makes a big difference with Monster Hunter. Because it can be very much a type of game. If you're doing it solo, it's hard to learn. And if you're doing it solo... Oh, we forgot to get the upgrade under his house, but we didn't go back to the forest, so... if you don't like... if you've not really played a game before, playing with friends, I really would suggest it is the best way to do it. Big has the most upgrades? Oh my god. The silly boy. It's not that you need them. Again, I like the fishing component. I don't know why people have such an issue with it, but I think he's quite fun. And you can see how quick I did that. Like, we did that in probably 20 minutes or less. It's very short. And if you skip the cutscenes, even shorter. So yeah, like, you can do his story so quick. It's very painless if you do it that way. And if you want to spend some time fishing, I think it's fun too. It's not the best fishing in the world, but it's not the worst fishing in the world. I've played much worse fishing. If you give me a fishing mini game where I literally have to wait for an exclamation mark to appear on screen and I don't press any other button, and that's it, I don't even get to do a reel in, dude, get that away from me. That's not fishing. It's not fun. It's fine till you have to do all the extra stuff. I legitimately don't remember a lot of it. I think I didn't mind doing all the extra stuff, honestly, but I did play a lot of Big's fishing. We are simply natural. But the time has come, chat. For those who have played this before, everyone knows what comes after completing all the adventures for everyone. We don't need to collect all the Chaos Emeralds. The story does it for us. In a Sonic game, oh my god, look at this screenshot. In a Sonic game, if all Chaos Emeralds have been brought together, only one event should occur here. But there's no shadow this time. That's the one big difference compared to the last time. I feel like they kind of had a bit more fun with big screenshots in a weird way. Then again, there's this. That's not really a screenshot. I don't really understand when they do this. Alright, I take it back. They were having fun until they were like, I feel like they could have just made a little screenshot with like him with the various fish or like interacting with certain objects. Like, but yeah, this will be pretty quick. We're gonna be like knocking off this final little segment, and then the rest of the day will probably be spent doing some Master Duel. I think we've got some Yu-Gi-Oh to play. But this, honestly, this game is very janky, and it's a good. I think Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 are the two games where it's like you can kind of have a romp in them. I feel like you can do, if you can play it all in one big sitting and just knock it out, I think they're pretty fun. I don't know if we'd necessarily make it a yearly game, but there's a couple of games I'm like, I wouldn't mind making a yearly like celebration. This time of year we play this game, but I don't know. I feel like Sonic Adventure 2 more so probably than Adventure 1, because Adventure 2 I can blast through and I have a good time with it. This game can be a little fiddly at times, and it kind of just sort of happens in a weird way. But I think it's still a fun romp to go back to every now and then. But here we go. Got my frog back. And we're gonna go save the world. Big is gonna go save the world. Here we go. Draw a monster from memory, Gore Magala. Alright, hold that thought, Thomas. We'll do that after we complete this.
Which character?
We've unlocked the secret character, Super Sonic. I like it just straight up tells you you're going to be playing as Super Sonic. But yeah, I'll do that after this, Thomas. Thank you. I haven't done any drawing in a while, actually. But if you remember, the last emerald is in Tails' plane, which Big crashed. And Angel Island is falling again. I like it's the exact same cutscene too. Knuckles like, ugh, what now?
Ooh, I hate that Sonic.
So this is straight after him losing in the Egg Viper.
He always seems to get in my way. I can't foil my master plan.
What is your master plan? There's Chaos.
Chaos!
Man, Eggman gets so lucky. This is like the luckiest Eggman's ever been. He runs into each of the Chaos Emeralds. Chaos re-finds him. Chaos freed itself at the time he was flying by.
But Angel Island is still falling.
One of my friends thought Sonic was exclusively for Smash Bros. What? That's so bizarre.
Maybe.
Sonic is a ripoff of Dragon Ball. It's literally 7 objects that make him superpowered. Well, that doesn't really happen in Dragon Ball, but he does go Super Saiyan. I'm fairly sure he comes first. I don't think Super Sonic existed in... He existed in Sonic 2? I don't think he existed in Sonic 1, did he? I might be wrong now. I'm saying this aloud. I'm like, did he exist in 1?
This is terrible. Chaos
Is what?
Is what? So what did Chaos here do here? Did he like get in his ship, beat him up, and then drove him here? He's like, bring me to the emeralds. So I think he got the emerald out of the plane. He was first in Sonic 2. That's what I thought.
Guess Eggman learned his lesson. Yep. And maybe I'll take another vacation somewhere.
What do you mean, Sonic? You just beat up the man. Why do you think he's learned his lesson? That man should have been arrested.
Hey there, Tails.
He tried to blow up a city.
Did you find a tornado too?
Never mind.
Whoa,
that.
Tails!
Get up and follow me.
Wow, Tails just
Angel
stopped his
Island
run
falling
animation
again.
so early.
No way. Who blew it this time?
Oh, I don't know, but we better hurry.
Alright. So you do get to play as Sonic. Very briefly. Gotta go to Big's house. Chad, we gotta go to Big's house. Best way to get there? Man, it's been a while since I played as Sonic. Forgot how much I like to move. Alright, where's the plane? Wait, is this where we're meant to be? Have I just come somewhere where I'm not supposed to be? Might be the case. Eggman's place is here. Hang on, we need to find Tikal. She'll tell me what I need to do. Chat, what do we need to do? There's a ladder. It's a supersonic racing. Your feet don't touch the ground. Hang on. You go to Angel Island first? Oh, thank you. Thank you, Mix-Up.
The train headed for Station Square.
I should have talked to Carl. If I'm ever unsure, I should just talk to Carl, because going to the jungle is the most cursed place to go. Good thing is that playing as Sonic, it means that I can just go fast, so waste a little bit less time. Right. Here we are. No? No? Not here? Oh, wait, hang on, hold up. Is this the cutscene where you weirdly need to go off to the side? There's a cutscene that requires you to walk off towards the side. Yeah, here. That's right.
Sonic.
I remember
Sorry.
really getting stuck on this one as a
What
kid.
happened here?
Talk to the ghost princess? That's true. Man, I've never thought about her. She is a princess, isn't she?
What?
What?
Ah, he's not gonna get away with this.
This game is literally just how often can we reuse the same lines? He'll never get away with this.
Chaos is a fearsome beast. If he gets that last Chaos Emerald, we're done for.
No need to explain. We'll get on it. Tails?
Right.
What?
Takal has one more message for us. If he gets the final emerald, everything's fucked up. Knuckles just told us that though.
This place. It looks familiar.
Oh, it's Sonic's face.
It's not a dream after all.
I don't know why Sonic was the only one who got this weird mouth treatment.
Get out of my way!
No way!
Did you hear what I said?
I won't obey!
We need those 7 emeralds to give us total power. It's power for the people. And they are your people too, you know. We must get that emerald.
Greed
Can her
is
dad not
our
open his
enemy.
eyes?
Once it starts, you will always want more. Please don't do this. I beg you.
Bah!
Question, is there any comic or
Ready, men?
anime, like I don't think Sonic X covers this, that rationalizes what the echidnas do here? He just punched a chow. They're punching chows. Supposedly, some of these chows get killed too, which is pretty horrible. You done goofed up. Because I have no idea why the echidnas even decide to do this.
Oh, it's a monster! No!
Yeah, you done goofed.
Hey, are you all right?
I think so.
Again, I would love to know if this is like Intercal's. Is this actually a memory alteration for history? Has she sent them back in time? Or is she seeing Sonic and crew as an individual that she befriended during that time period?
Wait up.
I think the last one is a bit too heady, but that's the one I like the idea better of. Otherwise, Tikal, I think, is just straight up bringing them back in time.
Chaos is power enriched by the heart. The controller serves to unify the chaos. The 7 emeralds can change our
Did she run out of breath there? What happened there?
If this emerald controls that power, please, you must stop him.
They were warmongers who wanted more power.
Wake up!
The thing is, it's really weird because it doesn't really contextualize them
I was on a
super hard
yes.
outside of this event, outside of this game.
Good thing you're okay. You just sort of conked out there. Knuckles
The line reads just every now and then just to hit so right.
after the last
The
emerald.
echidnas are dicks? They
by
are.
the
They're
way,
super bad.
It should still be on board the tornado too.
Well, we as players know where the Tornado 2 is, but I'm not sure Sonic or Tails should know where that is. Alright, again, as a kid, I don't think I really remembered where this was. And now we jungle. Why walk when you can spinball?
The train headed for station
Showing him
square
the
will be
memories.
departing
That's what I
soon.
thought, but she interacts with them though, is the thing mix up. Like she straight up interacts with them. And she's like, who are you? We are friends now. And it's like, Okay.
Look, it's the tornado.
Wow, look how banged up
too.
the tornado is.
Yeah, so let's get the Chaos Emerald and leave. What?
So does Chaos do this? Does Chaos have this power?
No, he's got the last emerald.
So why didn't he do that earlier?
Now what do we do?
Chaos actually now out for vengeance? He was just letting things play out, but now he's like, he's pissed. All right, here we are, chat. The opening cutscene is here finally. Look at Station Square, New York City light. And this gives me some mad PS1 CGI era days, and it makes me very happy. There's something about these crunchy cinematics that I just love so much. I also like that all the people are basically the models from in the game, so they're not very high quality. Chaos. Destruction. And if you've ever watched that Pokemon episode, this should look familiar as well. Oh, it's very much based on kaiju movies, which I like it. It's kind of that disaster. I feel like there's not enough disaster piece kaiju movies that go to this extent. Also, I love this concept. The idea that he flooded that building somehow, and then he just manifests himself inside of it. The banned tentacle rep. Is it banned? I didn't know it was banned. Why is it banned? Is it just too much destruction for Americans?
If I wasn't just dreaming, that monster is a real menace.
A real no-gooder. Are you gonna play SA2? We actually played SA2 first. Mix up. We did it on a whim, and I was like, I have to play 1 if I'm playing 2.
Looks like he's after Chaos too.
This egg carrier 2 was made because something like this could happen. You have defied your master, stupid beast. Now it must be destroyed at all costs.
I love this. Chaos just destroys the egg carrier. It's banned in the US at least due to the 9/11 attack. What? Why? Are the Twin Towers in the episode or something? That was a clip in the intro, which I never saw in an episode. Yeah, that's correct, Moist. I actually really like that.
Who do you think you are anyway?
They don't like skyscrapers getting destroyed. Sounds like it. That's kind of crazy. That's a weird reason for that to be banned. It's not associated in any way. All the disaster movies would be banned if that was the case. Did Tikal ever reveal her name to Sonic?
My heart has always been in the Master Emerald along with Chaos's. Now he's filled with anger and sadness.
Why? What happened?
And if it goes on, he'll eventually destroy the world like he did before.
Look at his little snoot. I love his little snoot. They did play the episode before 9/11 though. Interesting. Yeah, because I've watched that episode before. I remember growing up with it. So I'm assuming it's just not amongst like DVD collections and stuff like that.
Look, he's absorbed the
It's not like the Boobet episode. I understand when that one getting banned.
Master Emerald now.
How can that help? It won't change how he feels inside, will it? His heart will still remain in turmoil, and his anger just won't vanish. He'll just be trapped forever.
Oh.
What choice do we have?
Listen to Sonic. Listen, that's a good line for Sonic. He wants to be a good boy. Only one with rationale.
Hey, Sonic!
Amy!
And the Porygon one? Yeah, the Porygon one. Actually, ironically, this game has a seizure warning at the start of this game.
Hey guys, what's up?
What's up?
Chaos
How you doing?
only
What's
used
up?
the negative
How you
power
doing?
of the
What's up?
emeralds. Sonic, you should be able to harness their real power.
As much as I hate to admit it, I think Tails is right about this.
Has the games ever explored the concept of why Sonic has the power of over the Chaos Emeralds? Banned forever because of Pikachu? That's true. Or Porygon.
Our positive feelings toward each other can make them work.
And by the way, Sonic is already a hero in this world before this event, because they're already cheering for him. Alright, let's beat him up. Let's become our boy, Super. Why can't he turn into Super? I have no idea. I don't know why he has power over the Chaos Emeralds, and I don't know why he can turn Super. I'm legitimately not sure it's ever been explained. It's just a thing that apparently hedgehogs can do. Which actually Amy never does it, so... But Tails and Knuckles can also do it, so who knows. But I'm not sure if that's canon. Perfect chaos. Alright. Just like Sonic Adventure 2, I have to do this with getting the correct amount of rings, though Sonic controls not amazingly. And I also have to have enough speed to get to the top of him, to blow up that little brain. Oh, this is a good song. Shadows of God's creatures, still bound, so reunion. Run for shelter. What's gonna happen to us? All the steps we make, all the moves we make, oh. I don't know if I'm fast enough. Oh, just. I was just fast enough. Dude, I've already done so much damage to him. This might be over in an instant. The final lot is a bit harder, but... Can't hold on much longer. Oh, dude, I've already finished him off. Oh my god. Wait, oh no, that's not right. There's multiple phases, that's right. Okay, I was gonna say. The good music's gone, it's now dire again. What's the booba? Yeah, it's basically James gets inflatable boobs and pretends to be a woman. He likes cross-dress. It's a weird thing that's established in the Japanese version, but gets taken out of the Western versions. There we go. That's the chaos I remember. Fortunately, I have 24 lives, so if things go very pear-shaped, we'll be okay. Look at his little snoot. I've got 42 rings. I just need to keep an eye on that, because I'm not really focusing on rings right now. I'm trying to just do this as quick as I can. Whoa, he almost beamed me. Do I have a Discord? Yeah, we do. Thank you both, Bet and Red Rover. Whoa! Alright, that's some speed. That's some not speed. No! Oh, I clipped the tornado right at the end. That's really bad. Like, Sonic just... He's so small. He's such a small lad. Alright. Unfortunately, the rings don't also respawn. Oh my gosh. I keep getting stuck on shit. No beam. As long as we have that blue marker on me, I'm pretty okay. I'm surprised I'm not playing with any mods. It's kind of crazy to me because everyone talks about like... Wait, is that it? Oh. I thought there was another phase. I'll see you some other time. I was going to play it with mods mix-up, but I didn't make time to set it up. But I'm kind of okay playing it like this. But I do think in the future I probably will mod it. One day in the future we'll play this again. I can't imagine not playing Adventure 1 and 2 again. Look at the little Chow. Look at them in their very default original looking versions of the Dreamcast. Remember the Chow were living inside one of the buildings that Chaos blew up?
Chaos has changed again, this time for the better.
Yeah! Supersonic must have neutralized
The original lighting and less jank? Yeah, I think I probably appreciate it more too. I've played so much of the DX version that I kind of forgot what the original looks like, but I think we one day we'll have to mod this up. And there she is, this is the girl.
They stayed alive for generations and now live peacefully with humans.
Yeah, fuck echidnas. Humans are where it's at. We know how to look after a Chow. Does that mean is a Chow basically a replace a cat in this universe? Do people have cats? A Chow is basically a baby would never grow up though. Do people want that? Sonic should have fixed the city. Can he do that with the Master Emerald? I'm not sure. I don't think he's omnipotent. She's choking him. She's force choking him. Goodbye. Never to be seen again. So I don't even know if they go back into the Chaos Emerald. I'm fairly sure he gets cured and their spirits are released. That's how I always read it. But who knows? You never hear from Sonic ever again. This isn't the comics. Yeah.
All's well that ends well, right?
Sure is, Tails.
Sonic?
Sonic's is not... He's not cleaning up this mess. He's out of here. A hero never cleans his mess. Goes to the toilet, makes a mess, leaves the door open, and just heads on out. He's got adventures to do. He ain't cleaning that up. And there we go. Sonic Adventure 1. This game is quite jank, but I really do enjoy it. It's fun. Quotation marks. Like, I genuinely enjoy this game, and I grew up with it, so there's a lot of nostalgia associated to it. But it's kind of weird to, like, bring people into the world of Sonic, particularly this generation, and be like, yeah, here's a place to play. I wouldn't suggest this game in particular to people. I'd probably suggest 2 over 1. This game is kind of just jank fun, and you kind of have to accept it for what it was. It was early Dreamcast era. Sega really hadn't figured out 3D. They've always struggled with 3D, let's be honest. And they did a relatively good job for converting Sonic into a 3D action game compared to a lot of what was out on the market at the time. Because he moves fast. That was something that Sonic games needed to get right, which is he needs to feel like he moves fast. And he does move fast. I don't know if it necessarily succeeded in all elements, but it's fun. If you can get used to the movement in this game, it is fun. Isn't Tails royalty in the comics or something? Is he? Probably. I would imagine. Isn't everyone royalty in it? Eggman to clean it? He's the chosen one in the comics. What? Oh my gosh. He's a little fox boy. Sonic isn't allowed in my house. Yeah, I wouldn't let him in either. Stinky hedgehog boy. Have you seen what hedgehogs do? They take their poop and they rub it all over their bodies. People are just going to the new fan Sonic Origins. Yeah, I would say Sonic. If you want to get into Sonic 3D, I would say probably Generation is actually a good place to go. I've heard Unleash is good, but you might want to pick up Colors instead, like proper Colors, not the new remake. And I would always say, if you're wanting to play Sonic in 2D form, play Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Play Sonic. You can play Sonic 2. That's good as well. Play Sonic Advanced 2 and 3, or probably Rush might be better. And there you go. There's your quintessential, I feel like. I remember there was an ongoing joke in Nintendo Power magazines of Tails being a mutant squirrel because he's related to Princess Sally or something? What? He's not related to Sally, is he? Isn't it just like she looks after him and calls him her little brother or something? It feels like a misunderstanding of something, but I wouldn't be surprised. The comics are weird. The comics have always kind of been weird. They aren't related? Yeah, I didn't think they were. Man, that pose, by the way, very good. I kind of really love how they make Sonic be just that cooler boy by making him a Super Sonic. But it is very inspired by Super Saiyans. Though, it's in lots of media, the transformation thing, but... Oh, look, there's the boys! The quintessential 3 of heroes. Smart Child, Fast Boy, and Punch Harder. It's probably just a funny Aunt Sally joke. That's right, he called her Aunt Sally. That's right. Yo, down. See ya, Chaos. Never to be seen again, except you can play him as Sonic Adventure 2, but only in the multiplayer. But I'm fairly sure he's gone forever now. Good villain. I actually like Chaos because he's just a hero that a villain that was like, he doesn't say anything, he kind of just does stuff, and like Tikal gets to convey what's actually happening. So it's a fun story. I think both SA1 and 2 have a good story. Like, they're not amazing stories, but they're very fun. Time for Sonic Heroes. I do like Sonic Heroes, but I don't think I'll play that on stream anytime soon. Might be a little while before we jump into that. The moistest villain? He is very wet. He is a very wet lad. But there we go. Sonic Adventure DX. Now, I could show you guys the Chow Garden, but it's not particularly great in this game, honestly. I like 2's so much more. And just look how cute that little scene is. Goodbye, Chaos. But that is Sonic Adventure. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. Again, I played SA1 and 2 because it's kind of a nostalgia romp for me. I do really enjoy these games. And I appreciate it's not for everyone, but it's kind of funny to have this thing where it's like, I feel like SA1, SA2 are fun and they hold a special place for me. Sonic Heroes, I enjoy Sonic Heroes. I just haven't played it as much as these two. Oh, it's the full song now. But then we have, from there it goes into Shadow, which I'm not going to play. It goes into 06, which I'm not going to play. And then we go into the weird realms of like Sonic and the Dark Knight and all that sort of stuff. We just get a long period where Sonic games I just stopped playing because I just could not find something I enjoyed in them. And I think that this is a period where it's like, this kind of feels like that weird cutoff point for me where it's like my fandom kind of ended after these games. But hopefully the new game is good. Fingers crossed that the new Sonic game is actually decent. I have not a huge amount of confidence just considering the last few games and how an abysmal showing Forces was, but if they can figure it out, that would be really good, honestly. All right, let's close up Sonic, shall we? And let's head over to the creative section because we had a redeem. If you guys did not see, we have a redeem from Straubs or Thomas for me to do some drawing. I haven't done some drawing in a while, so let's find a good drawing song. Chat, what's a good drawing song? How about let's see. Mario Paint song? All right, hang on. Mario Paint? We'll give him Mario Paint. What is the Mario Paint song? I can't actually remember. This one. All right, it's good. All right. So, Gormagala. So if you guys don't know, this is a monster from Monster Hunter 4. It is actually the quintessential like monster from that game, Poster Boy. He is a big old dummy, and he's full of virus. I'm very large. Why am I so large? Why am I such a large cat here? I don't need to be that big, do I? There we go. Actually, chat. Someone find me a beret. Can someone find me a beret while I do this? Alright. I have no brushes set up, so I have not done any proper drawing in a very long time, so bear with me as I figure out... That's good, that'll do. Let's see. What are we gonna do? How are we gonna start? So I'm doing this from with a mouse. I'm not gonna go grab my tablet because my tablet doesn't work anymore. So this will be a mouse drawing. I'm doing this from memory, and feel like this shouldn't be too bad. I know Gormagala pretty well, don't I? I feel like I know Gormagala pretty well. Just for you, Thomas. Alright, so Gore is actually a mostly black monster, so it's kind of black-purple. So I'll drag this up here so then I have access to blacky purple. That here. Is that good? Might need more purple. That's good. Alright, I like that. So, let's see. How big are we gonna make this? Trying to think of what his pose. What pose should I be? Should I try and do the pose from the box? Because he's kind of got like a snaky sort of head. I feel like that. He's kind of got like a chaos head, ironically. I'll put the head there. I'll kind of have him like. What are we gonna do? How are we gonna do this? Or do we have him facing the camera a little bit? There we go. There's that. Let's see. How are we gonna do this? He's relatively large. He has 4. I'm keeping this in my background. No, you can't have this as your background. Do you want me to put it in the Discord? Let's see. He's kind of like this. I'll give him little chunky feet. He's got big claws, honestly. He's got big claws. I'm trying to think of how we want to position him. The problem is, one thing I'll note is monster designs with like funny big heads that are kind of reptilian. I can't do reptiles. I don't think I've ever been able to do like the idea of a shape of head for a reptile. I don't know how to draw them. How do I draw this? Because he's kind of... No, not that. He's got a bit of... I'm giving him a bit of a smirk. I don't really want a smirk. Kind of give him angry eyes. Kind of angry eye. Kind of angry? He's kind of angry. That'll do. I'm struggling with this, so we're just gonna do this. Give him a little snoot. I think he does he have his snoot? I don't know if he has a snoot. Does he? I feel like he has a little bit of a snoot. That'd be great. All right. You can do if I believe. I've got to really, really believe here because I've kind of made him in a weird crocodile sort of thing going on here. My guy's drawing Trogdor. Kind of do be Trogdor-like. I don't know why I'm doing his feet like this. He did not have feet like this. I don't remember what his feet look like. God, I've made him very stumpy, haven't I? He looks like a buff croc. Alright. he has like, okay, so his defining features is his wings mostly. This would be the thing that's like, I kind of know him for. Which is he has like big wings with sort of his arms sort of coming out of them. So we kind of need to have like claw hands coming out of here. This is kind of his thing. He's kind of his jam is these hands. He has like a little pointy bit at the end from memory. And this wraps around and then comes back on in. Comes back down here, probably, somewhere around there. Oh, let's finish off this boy's head. That way we know where his neckline is. Same thing on the other side, but it's going to curve up, and he's going to just have a second set. Give him little hands out here, little nubbies up here. I keep giving him big claws. He doesn't have that big a claw. So you guys can totally Google what Gormagala looks like, if you would like, while I'm drawing this, while I try and figure out how to do this. Let's do this to make it so he has like a bat line sort of thing going on. Oh, this is hard with a mouse. I love this. He's so buff. I didn't mean to make him this buff. I kind of was gonna make him a bit bigger, but then I was like, I'm not gonna have enough room for his wings. He's got like no neck either. No neck. There should be a neck there. Chat, just imagine there's a neck there. Alright, let's draw some more legs. So he usually is on 4 legs. Ooh, what, I kind of give him a bit of a sexy leg there. I don't know why I've done that. And he's a big lizard. But he's not a lizard, he's a dragon. He's kind of like a dragon, he's a wyvern. I'm trying to remember, what does Gore's tail look like? I'm trying to remember now, actually. I think he has, does he have a fan? Does he have a fan down his body? He might have like, I think he has a fan, because I feel like I remember it being flared up. And he has a line down the tail from memory. Doesn't he? I feel like he has a line down his body, right? Right? I feel like that's correct. Let's just give him a little flare down the center here. Hang on, where's my razor? Oh no, that's okay, we don't want a razor, we want a brush. Let's get rid of that. Realize I'm drawing all on one layer, which is a terrible idea, but it's fine. Does Gore have... What is Gore's features? He has horns. He gains horns when he transforms. I feel like I'm missing horns or something here. What am I missing here? Does he have weird spiral horns? More like Swole Magala? He's a chonky boy in his chonky lifestyle. Yeah, I need to do this. It's kind of annoying me. Legs don't just separate entities. Legs do exist on the body. How are we doing this? Does this look like him? Am I getting there? Am I getting there? Is this Salamence? I mean, they're pretty much all reptiles are the same creature, right? Alright. The thing is, okay, Gormagala has a couple like really big traits about his wings and stuff. Which is like, oh god, it's so hard to draw with a mouse. He kind of has like these veins down his wings. which are kind of like these sort of almost pale purple. The only thing is I haven't shaded him. We kind of got a bit of an issue with this boy because do I ruin this when I shave when I shave him when I put black on him? Because he has these like veins, which I don't actually know if the veins come out from this point here or what. But he has these, and then they glow when he transforms. I don't actually think they're visible on the other side, actually. I actually don't think they're visible on the other side, are they? They're only visible on this side. Very funny, thank you, Mix. That's what I'm going for. That's it. Just keep telling yourself. Problem is now I need to shade him. I don't know what color his eyes are. What color is his eyes? I think they're yellow? Yellow eyes? Yellowy green. Let's go with yellowy green. I can't quite remember. I feel like they're like yellowy green. Right? Broke, but it's worth it. Let's see. How are we gonna do this? How am I gonna transform this boy? His head is completely wrong. I feel like the head is the defining feature of him, and I can't remember how his face drew. He's not got that chunky of a, like his snoot isn't that large, but that's how he be now. Does he have like markings on his tummy? Maybe he has markings on his tummy. Let's put markings on his tummy because I feel like he does. No, he doesn't. That can't be right. Does he have just a scaled underbody? He might just have a scaled underbody, right? No, that just makes him look like a normal dragon. That can't be right. Let's give him little claws on the back. I know. Oh, that's how we do it. Let's define his little claws like this. Yeah, that's better. That looks better. Yeah, I like that better. I don't know why I've given him 4 on this one, but that's okay. Alright. How we do this from here? Let's give him little purple teeth too. Yeah, now he's looking cooler. Now, he has these horns, but the thing is, I can't remember how the horns be drew. How the horns be? How does his horns go? Because they're pushed back until he transforms, right? They're like pushed back until he transforms. Right? He looks like a gargoyle. He kind of do be a gargoyle, but... Wait, hang on. I feel like I remember his horns going further down his head. Maybe they're like longer? Question mark? Trying to remember how this looks. He's like got these pushed up horns across his face. His face is so wrong. The face is the worst part. He's just a chunky lizard. I don't think the horns are going to save him, unfortunately. I think the horns will turn him into Gormagala. They kind of have spirals. That's a bad idea. Alright. What we're going to do this. Leave that for now. Now I'm going to turn him dark. How am I going to do this? I should have approached this in a different way. What we'll do, maybe we'll do a layer. Alright. Now we're going to make him a lot darker. We just do this. Ah! Not that. Let's do this and then fill. All right, something's not quite right here. Something's not connected. How do I fill him in? Strobs, do you have any suggestions on how I can fill this boy in? I'm gonna duplicate. Hang on. I'm gonna duplicate. I'm gonna create a flat layer at the bottom. Maybe I can separate out because I'm causing myself some problems not doing this. Alright. I have no idea where he's not connected, and I'm not going to be able to fix that. So, what we're going to do... is we're going to grab this and take it all the way down here. Outline and fill? No, that's not going to help me here, unfortunately, because I can't look... It just goes dark. So what we might do is we might grab a thicker brush. And let's get painting. Ba, 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 ba. He's getting there. I think he's okay. We get a longer form version of me doing this because I'm cutting him out. He looks like... Okay, chat. All right. Be real with me. He at least looks like a dragon, right? He at least looks like a dragon, right? I perhaps did not think this through when I started. All right, there we go. Back to coloring. Where's this song from? This is this. We had the suggestion for having Mario Paint. This is the original Mario Paint song. All right. He's got a little bit of white on him, but I don't think it's the worst thing in the world. What we could do... Do you know what I could do, chat? I'm a bit silly, and I can just go select color range and then just select the whites. And we can just go delete. There we go. Right. There we go. Much better. Where'd my paintbrush go? No, oh, we're just giving him a white haircut. There we go. That's Gore Magala if I ever did see him. If you say otherwise, you've never played Monster Hunter. That's what I'm learning here. As a master of fighting, I have fought this guy many times. This is without a doubt Gore Magala, even with the mustache and everything. There we go. How's that? I don't know if we can improve this really. I'm just gonna get rid of this. I'm gonna give him a bit of a beard trim. He doesn't need to have a bit of facial hair. I don't think he needs that. I don't think he needs that. I don't think I'm gonna do my boy like that. Whoops. There we go. Select out and invert selection. Yeah, I was thinking about doing that. But there we go. There's my boy. Oh. There's my boy. I feel like that this is a threatening monster, right? If this came at you in the middle of the night and just was like, bleh, that'd be threatening, wouldn't it? Right? Okay. Alright. I'll save this. For those who don't know what Gore Magala looks like, I'll show you what Gore Magala looks like. Let's see. Gore Magala. Hopefully I can get better. I haven't fought this boy in some time. Is this everyone willing Gore Magala to be alive for Monster Hunter Sunbreak? I mean, I thought of something I could have done, but I've searched it and I could have done this. All right. Dare say it looks better than the original. Can I reveal something now? Yeah, go for it. What are you revealing, Thomas? If you say you've been drawing alongside me. All right, chat. For the reveal, here is what Gore Magala actually looks like. He doesn't have eyes? Ah, that's what was wrong. I knew something wasn't right about the eyes. Alright, if you've never seen Gore Magala, he's a very big fan favorite. We're gonna make this small one over here. So, Gore is a monster that... He's a bit hard. He's kind of... he's considered the unknown monster, in a sense. He's actually a baby elder dragon. And they've got a picture here of him when he's transformed, but I didn't do his transform form. So you can kind of see he's kind of like an alien. And I was trying to think about how I could draw this, but I don't think it ended up in the way I was kind of intending. He has no eyes. That's why it felt weird when I drew his eyes. And he's kind of got long neck. I should have given him a big neck. I've made a very stubby boy. But he's got big old claws, he's got a stumpy tail, he's got big wings. So for those who don't know him, he's actually a virus dragon. So pretty much he has this frenzy virus. Other monsters become aggro because they have it. And when he transforms, he gets big old purple horns. Like he flexes out. His claws get bigger, he gets big old horns, and he glows very purple. What I was thinking I should have done, chat, is I could have actually given him a bit of some frenzy virus coming at him. Like maybe we could do that. Maybe we give him a bit of frenzy. We'll do some touch-ups now that we've thought about this. His head is very... Yeah, I wish I kind of got that a bit better. So let's give him some frenzy, shall we? Let's see, how are we gonna do this? I might make this with very soft. We're gonna make this very soft. Oh, that's the wrong way. Not hard, soft. No, we need the new layer. We'll get some other colors in there. Let's get some other colors in there. Let's get them that sort of that brighter pinkier purple going on. And maybe some splodges of black in there. Not the face. We don't want a little face of it. Alright. And then we're going to grab this layer and we're going to do this. There we go. Now he's got a little bit of frenzy coming off him. He's a very neat looking monster. I think he looks a lot cooler when he's transformed. Gore is a prowler monster. If you've never seen him in motion, this is kind of how he looks. Oh, this is an Arax video. So where are we? Let's do some footage of Gore actually in combat. But yeah, he's very fun to fight. I really enjoy fighting Gore Magala. He was basically the poster boy from Monster Hunter 4. He reappeared in the story many times. Oh, he's kind of got a grey underbelly. There we go. So you can kind of see him in motion. He's kind of got a grey underbelly. So yeah, I should have done a bit more grey underneath. I felt like there was something on the bottom half of him. So he's got a little bit more grey going on. Should we do... Hang on, Thomas. How do you feel about making improvements? Do we make little improvements or we leave it as is? And you can see he's kind of got that like sort of void fields he makes around him. Do we make improvements or we leave it as is? Is that where we leave it? I feel like he could do with some grey. I wouldn't mind. All right, we'll do a little bit of a touch up. We'll get him a little bit of grey going on. Give him a little bit of grey on the inside. It's a bit too strong actually. Make that a little bit darker. He's still a dark boy. He's a dark, edgy lad for edgy hunters. It's kind of an edgy lad. a little bit of edge in there. A little bit of touch up along here. And maybe make it a little bit brighter. It's all about layering, chat, and I didn't bother to layer this one because I couldn't think of. I literally was stuck on colors, being like, he's just black, isn't he? But he's kind of blacky purpley, yeah. I feel like his horns are the ones that it's like the face. I think the face is what I stuffed up. He's the Sephiroth of Monster Hunter, a little bit, yeah. He actually has a transform form as well. I'll show you as well, which I think there's a picture of here, which is Shigaru Magala. Shigaru Magala is his actual form. Shigaru Magala. So he goes from being a very dark dragon into being a very light dragon. Both still runs the frenzy monster, frenzy virus, but yeah, Shigaru was the final boss of 4, and he's the final boss in some generations fights. He's pretty cool. I like him. All right, well, I'm gonna grab this image here. I'm gonna paste it on here, so then that way people can see how I ballsed up. I might actually get rid of this background on it. Oh no, he's so dark that it's not enjoying grabbing that. Let's take this down. Let's take this down as far as I can. I think 10's working. No, we need a bit more. 5. There we go. I have lost a little bit here, but that's okay. There we go. Shigaru Magala, everybody. I might actually fix up Shigaru's. I've actually broken him a little bit, so we're just going to put a little black back on this boy. There we go. There we go. Give him back some of his detail. That's the same creature, right? They're basically the same thing, right? Maybe a little bit too purple. Maybe I should have lent into the black a bit more. Maybe we should have lent in the black a bit more. Perfect. Excellent. All right. Well, I'm going to take a break now. Thank you for the redeem, Thomas. Hopefully Shigaru Magala or Gore Magala come back at some stage. I do like these monsters. You did it. I made myself a gargoyle OC. Hell yeah. All right. Now I just need to live 2D this boy, and then I've got him. See no difference. I got the idea for Necrozma. Yeah, for sure. I would say that's probably what they've stolen from Red Rover. Specifically me. They like twins. They're brothers. Maybe from another mother. Alright. Hope you guys have fun with that one. I'll be back shortly. We're going to jump into some Yu-Gi-Oh! After this. So if you guys want to do some duels, be welcome to join me. And I'll be back very shortly. Hey, Neko and Mimi. Meowlo, brother. Meowlo. Thank you, Dai. I'm happy with the results. Perfect. Excellent. I'm glad you guys liked it. Honestly, I think despite everything, the claws were not in the right spot because the claws don't pop out until he fully transforms. So I needed to bring them all the way up to here. And then I think the head. I think if you don't get the head right for Gore Magala, that might be what breaks him. And I was like, there was one point there when I was drawing the eyes, I'm like, he doesn't have eyes, does he? I feel like he doesn't have eyes. But I was like, but he's got a bit of a cranium. We needed to give him a bit of a cranium, and he goes all the way down to the snoot. That probably would have been the fix for it. He's actually got a small face. Like his face is actually only this big, but his dome is actually quite large. And then he's all neck. All right, but let's do it. Let's take a break, and we'll come back for some Yu-Gi-Oh! So you guys take a break as well. Get a drink, go to the toilet, eat a food, have a sleep. I'm a Cheshire, but every meow called me a Neko. Oh, that's very cute, Neko Mimi. But if you want to hang out and chat, talk more cat, we'll be back very quickly.